had always gardened with my mother and grandmother when I was growing up, and I wanted to understand ornamental horticulture as it's done in the West. I'm from Kenya, so my understanding of, what gardens looked like when I was growing up was very different from what I saw here. And I wanted to understand why plants are arranged the way they are here. So it was more curiosity than anything that led me to wanting to go to school for horticulture. I had had a different career prior to getting into horticulture, and I knew that I didn't want to go back to that. So I thought to myself, how can I be happiest working with plants, working outside, doing the thing that I loved to do as a child, and avoiding paperwork? Because I'm not young and wasn't very young when I graduated, I was in my 20s, I had to move very fast to establish myself in horticulture. I didn't have 20 years to make it, I didn't have, this long career path ahead of me. So I was very strategic about the work that I did, the projects I took on, because I needed to make connections very quickly and learn as much as I could about what was going on outside. So I had a time crunch. So I was basically all over the place. I did estate work. I worked for two companies. I had already started my business on the side. I was trying to collect clients. So I was all over the place trying to make it happen as quickly as possible for me in order that I could be independent. Well, the first thing that I have done that I'm very proud of is connecting with some very good people in the industry, people who are in this for the right reason, who want to do good work. So that, I think, more than anything, that would be my greatest accomplishment, is the connections with certain people the connections I have made with certain people. I was also able to participate in the Philadelphia Flower Show in 2021, which I won by unanimous decision. I also won the gold medal, and I did not even go in there with the idea that I would win anything. It was really supposed to be a learning experience for me. So I learned that, one, I have a very good optic. Two, that I have very good instincts for design. And three, I'm a hard worker and I can execute well. And four, I'm very original in my thinking and in my ideas. So that was a very big accomplishment for me. I've also been able to make a name for myself as a speaker on horticultural issues and topics, because I believe that I have a very different optic from many Westerners. One of the things that I feel that many Americans are a little lax in is understanding that there's so much more going on in the rest of the world. For me, much of my learning, many of my connections are outside the US. So I'm very well connected with, landscape designers, landscape engineers in South America, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, and in Somalia, in places where you wouldn't imagine that this work is going on. And it is going on in a very different way. But because I've always looked at the world as my teacher, I'm able to comfortably learn from those people and comfortably make connections with them. So I think that that's one thing that I would say to students, current students at the School of Professional Horticulture, is look outside the institution to learn more, and look outside the country to learn more, and to learn, not to impose, but to learn from other people. When I went to school, I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to make it without the School of Professional Horticulture. I'm not going to make it without knowing all these people. And in a way, clearly I'm where I am because I went to the school. And what all of that rested on was the fact that I came from a very good family that allowed me from childhood to know that I can do anything, so that I can be an African girl in America who goes to this school, who's the first Black woman to go to this school and graduate from the school and go on and win an award or make a name for myself. All that comes from my family. So I think that that is really what I know now.
To learn more about Wambui Ippolito and the work that she does, please visit her website at wambuidesign.com.